It had been a few months since I'd last seen my ex-girlfriend, but oh, wow, here she was, sitting in the cafe closest to my apartment, looking visibly pregnant. She was there with Lou, my college classmate who wasn't really among my friends. They didn't see me. I considered sneaking out, but I stopped myself. I had to be an adult about this situation, so I watched through the window. Randy was just radiant. I knew she'd be a great mom. Except for the rounded bulge from the baby, she hadn't put on much weight. Her blonde ponytail stuck out from under her baseball cap. It was early Saturday morning. She probably hadn't showered yet. From the conversation between them, it looked like Randy was on her way out, while a relaxed Lou looked like he wanted to stick around the cafe. Yeah, well, my ex was never much of a coffee drinker. Apparently, she wasn't too keen on trying stale scones or dry croissants either. I positioned myself to walk through the door she wasn't going to use. When she left, I did just that. Randy and I were on the verge of getting married before things fell apart. I met her in college, then we dated seriously and exclusively during our junior and senior years, moved in together after graduation, and began planning a life together as we took our first steps into the professional world. I thought our journey together would last forever. Then suddenly, one day, it all came crashing down. When I walked in, Lou was staring at brand-name mugs with a clearly inflated price tag and packages of ground coffee, ethically grown but sold at completely unethical prices. "Hey, Lou. Good to see you. How's it going?" Lou looked at me with a slightly hazy look. My former classmate had a caffeine deficiency. Oh, hey, man. Good to see you." "Coffee?" I asked. "My treat." "Sure," he replied, grinning. I got a simple, small, drip-roasted coffee with one chemical sweetener. He ordered a totally dumbed-down, ultra-fruity, mega-sweet, nano-complicated double super-duper macchiato, or something like that. When we sat down, I asked, "Did that happen to be Randy I just saw with you?" "Yes." "I think she's pregnant." I casually asked her a question. "Uh-huh." "Is it yours?" "Of course it is. You know, one of my pucks got past the goalie," he announced with a proud smile. "Congratulations." I raised my mug in greeting. "We started dating after you guys broke up," he explained. "We got married a month ago." "When is she due?" I asked. In about 4 months." I did the math and smiled. I remembered our conversation with Randy very well because it was a triple combination of blows to the male psyche. "We need to talk." "Honey, do you love me?" "I'm pregnant." I remember being surprised and confused. We had always been cautious. Then from the seed of doubt quickly grew a tree of suspicion. "That's great, honey. I'll do what I have to do. Absolutely, we need to do a paternity test." Randy immediately broke our embrace and stared into my eyes, frowning. Her eyes were somehow not happy. "There's nothing without trust," she said angrily. "Trust but verify," I responded with the wisdom of the ancients. Getting an intrauterine DNA test was my red line before I would pay for anything, and certainly before I would marry her. So all of a sudden, the expected marriage took and fell apart, as it turned out, because of my lack of trust. For some reason, dear Randy never wanted a DNA test. So there I was, sitting in a coffee shop across from Randy's supposed baby daddy. We both got a bun. I paid for a couple. When we were done, Lou tried to give me money, but I refused. "Congratulations again, Lou. I don't need your money today. You see, Randy and I never broke up until she told me she was pregnant. I wanted to take a DNA test, but she refused. Now either you're going to spend your life raising my bastard, or I've dodged a bullet by spending my life raising yours. The least I can do for you, Lou, is buy you coffee and a stale bun. That's a lot cheaper." Besides, even though she tried to get me to marry her first, she probably likes you better. After all, she did cheat on me with you, so maybe lust will eventually turn to love. Who knows, buddy? Who knows? Lou looked shocked as I stood up with those last words, patted him sympathetically on the back, and walked out the door. That was the last time I saw either of the two of them. After a while, I left town and settled a few states away. No, I wasn't running away from anyone. There was just nothing keeping me there anymore. A few years later, I heard that Lou and Randy had gotten divorced. Apparently, he too had trust issues that I was familiar with, which he never overcame. P.S. The Department of Social Services never contacted me about child support. It must not have been my child after all.